Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in absolutely all your ways and that you are rooted in your own narrative, that you have activated your inner voice, that you have connected to your spiritual team, to the guardians that were assigned to you from the day you were born. If you have that inner voice, then you are an old soul, you are a real one, if I can put it like that, and it is a gift from the Most High to help you to navigate these seasons and times of a quantum jumping where we're literally going from one storyline to another. And if you ain't agile in a family, you may just find yourself losing your damn mind. But those are stories for other days. Special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon. We appreciate, love you so much. And everyone that also supports us on PayPal and enables us to put more time into the Awakening News family. We appreciate, love, and you guys so much. And there is a special gift for you in the mail. And also, if you're looking to relocate to the motherland and you want advice on how to get residency permits, and how, the kind of schools that are available, health, buying property and things like that, email me, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. So I'm not sure, with everything that's going on, family, I'm not sure if you were following the funeral of Jimmy Carter. The thing that seems to have made the news was all the sideline events that were going on. But it was not lost on me that it was attended by the 5 living presidents of the divided states. And if you remember, we've been seeing this ritual of the 5 since December, since the opening of Notre Dame, actually, when Macron told us that they had used 500 million, 500 staff, and it had taken 5 years. Then the next thing, the Pope comes and tells us he's opening 5 portals over the Christmas, New Year's period. I've done shows on this, so definitely check them out, family. Then the next thing, Jimmy Carter dies, and there's this massive ritual where the 5 living presidents of the divided states were all in attendance. And there were a lot of sideshows, family. One of the biggest sideshows, family, was the conversation that was had, the banter between Obama and Trump, and how, there was even a moment where Kamala looked back and Obama kind of stopped for a few seconds, and then when she turned back, they continued the conversation. And, Trump was asked about this, and he was like, yeah, I guess it looks really friendly, and, we're all friends. What was the symbolism of that, family? What was the symbolism of that? Because there's a very deep spiritual war that has landed on Mama Earth. And the powers that were, and the cabal, and the Illuminati, and the Roman Church, and all these New World Order globalists don't want us to know exactly what is going on, because they know once we know, we will tip the scales and their entire charade will be over. Like, the reason they're still going on and pretending that Babylon has not fallen is because of the people's ignorance. We haven't reached that tipping point where enough people are aware and awake, but we have enough people that are aware and awake that are preventing them from pulling us into another time loop, through another one of their wormholes, through one of their tragedies or one of their problem reaction solutions. But I found it very interesting, because if you know anything about Biden's presidency, then you know that it was really Obama's 3rd term. And that right there was the real conversation. That was the real handing over of the presidency from one to the other. Because if you saw how Jimmy was looking, family, it's like they were just keeping him, like literally when you saw those pictures of him during Thanksgiving and stuff, it's just like they were just keeping him there. They were just keeping the principality, and I've done a whole show on this, so please check it out. The principality he was carrying in him until they needed a ceremony. And if you even saw how Bush kind of smacked, Obama's chest, some said a little something was passed, I don't know. But the real handing over of the presidency between Obama, who has actually been in charge the whole time, and Trump, who is part of I've told you, they're both part of two secret societies, and these two secret societies have been at war. The globalists and the more like, I don't know if you'd call them the monarchies, the more like, nationalists. I don't know if nationalist is really the word. They both have their agendas that are not necessarily good for humanity. They may be. But that banter between them, family, I'm sure it wasn't about how they like their steak and all this stuff. As much as they were smiling and, keeping it light, I'm sure there was a lot that was said. And that was the actual handing of the baton from one president to another, and if you know, you know. But it was not lost on me that this was probably the final of the last of the three major rituals. The opening of Notre Dame, the portals being opened, or actually this was the seventh one, if we say that, the opening of the 5 portals, and then the funeral, where the 5 living presidents were all in one room together. You see, we wage war not against flesh and blood, family, but against spiritual wickedness in high places, against the rulers of the darkness of this age. And I told you in my previous episode that a lot of these presidents, when they become presidents, especially like now of the divided states, they literally become a vehicle for a principality, a vehicle for a prince of the rulers, a vehicle for the princes of the darkness, a vehicle for the rulers of the darkness of this age. So Obama is not just Obama, but he is that plus the entity or whatever council operates through him. And for them to come together sends a very strong message, especially because I've already told you Babylon is gone. Babylon has fallen. Rome is falling. The Great Mother is back. There is a new dispensation that will be making itself known. It is literally cementing itself into the ground. And a lot of these principalities, princes, and rulers of the darkness have been retreating. So the whole Obama-Trump banter to put a united front for their cabal supporters across the world, for their secret societies across the world, because the Masonic Brotherhood now has come to an end in terms of their dominion and their domination in countries, in the judiciaries, in the businesses, in the political stratospheres of different countries. All of that has ended because a new dispensation is coming in. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, family, in terms of what you thought this was all about. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you've subscribed to our second channel, Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. And special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon and sends us love donations through PayPal. There is a lot more information on there. And we are actually going to be expanding our interaction with our Patreon family because we feel it was all for such a time as this. Until next time, tuko pamoja. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.